Here's how to easily find the most volatile stocks inside your own watch list so you can bank some cash and juice up your trading return. Step one would be to open up your watch list. In this case, we're using Interactive Brokers. Drop a like if you're using it as well for solidarity purposes. And what you need to do is add these 4 different columns. We'll run through them in a second, what they all mean. First off, you want to go to the settings area. You want to add in these areas down here, and you want to go down to options. They're all in the options there. And you want to add in the 52 IV rank. Put that in, boom. You want to get the IV percentile, 52-week IV percentile, put that in, boom. Then we're looking for options, historical volatility. You want to have the closing percentage right there, boom. And we want to have the closing implied volatility as well. That's the other one right there, boom. We click OK. Now we've got our watch list configured properly. What we can do now is break these down, understand what they mean, and how you can use them to find highly volatile stocks. What this column right here, historical volatility, is telling you is the historical amount of volatility in each stock. If we filter this column here, you're going to see the most volatile stocks from the top and the least historically volatile stocks at the bottom. You'd expect like a Walmart, a Coca-Cola to be at the bottom of the list, and a Tesla or an Etsy or a more kind of up and coming company that's a lot of growth focused at the top because they are more volatile in terms of the price action in the stock market. What we can then do is say, hey, if I want to get a good mix of trades in here, I want to go some high volatility, I want to get some Tesla, I want to mix in some medium kind of stuff here with Accenture or some Microsoft, kind of bigger names, and I want to go a little bit of low volatility with like a Walmart or a kind of the Visa. I can build my trades around that, understanding how much volatility is in my portfolio, and I can expect to kind of get shares, lose shares, make money, lose money, depending on these kind of stocks and their volatility. Next up, you want to look at the closing implied volatility. And if you hover over these columns, you can actually see a little kind of snapshot of what they mean. But how you compare the two is that you say, historically, the volatility is right here at 50% for Tesla. Right now, it's at 53%. So it's elevated a little bit. So if you went to trade Tesla as an options buyer, you're going to pay a little bit more right now to buy shares of Tesla than you would normally, with the historical volatility being 50%. When it's below this area, let's see if we have an example right here. It's kind of earnings season, so there may not be one. We've got some that are close, but there's nothing below the historical, which means everything's kind of elevated right now, which means there's more potential profit for option sellers and more of a cost out there for option buyers because of the heightened kind of volatility in the overall market right now. And you can see that reflected in the SPY around here. Historical is 10. Closing right now is 11%. That's a kind of a big jump for the SPY because, again, it's not a very volatile stock. So even being 1% higher in this case is a kind of bigger a deal, meaning that earnings season is here. So you can filter this. Again, you can go low to high, high to low, and you can see which stocks have the highest kind of closing implied volatility and compare that again to the historical close. So right now, Etsy is super elevated, Square, Tesla, they're all kind of above what's going on. Even Meta right there, 48% right now versus 30% normally. So it's very highly elevated, which means there's more premium in those trades for those options contracts. Now, when you look at the IV rank, you can see where this ranks in terms of the calendar last 52 years, where it is historically over the past year. So this week would be the 46th highest volatility rank for Microsoft in the past calendar year, meaning that it's very high elevation wise in terms of IV, which means that there's more bang. You can see again, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, they're all up because earnings are coming around the corner. You've got Visa at a very low kind of area there, the QQQ very low, Walmart, all very low in terms of their IV rank for the past calendar year. So if you're looking to capitalize on volatility right now, you can kind of stay away from those trades. If you don't want volatile trades, you can kind of target those. You can see a quick kind of ranking system with this. Now the IV percentile and the 52 IVP, again, is one where you can just look and see the most kind of higher numbers here, means there's more volatility in these areas. It's just a measure of kind of the previous weeks of percentile, where you can see there the volatility is closing below the current implied volatility, meaning that, again, if you have high numbers in this IV percentage, it means there's higher amounts of volatility in the stock. You can see all those big players, again, at the top of the list. So again, you can compare this and just see which companies are highly volatile over week over the last 52 weeks, and understand where they are relative to where they usually are. When you compare all 4 of these columns, you can very quickly get an idea of which stocks are high volatility, which ones are low, and which ones offer the most in terms of potential premium for option sellers, how much you're going to have to pay more for option buyers, and then go ahead and make your trading decision based on understanding these features in your trading platform. So hopefully you now feel comfortable enough to use these volatility ranks for yourself to pinpoint your kind of trades where you want to go for the sweet spots to get juiced up returns or to kind of reduce your costs when you're buying options. Hopefully this translates to some value here today. If it did, make sure you subscribe to the channel, keep watching and understanding more about options trading, Interactive Brokers trading with you, and just general trading strategies in general. My name is Andrew. Thank you so much for being here. I will check you out on the next one.